Okay. Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the picturesque stadium in Grand Prairie for this under 15 cricket tournament, which is specially arranged by the USA Cricket to go ahead and host the under 15 girls in Grand Prairie, Texas. Right now we are going ahead and watching the game between red versus blue. Ninashia and Advata is the batsmen into the crease right now, and the first bowl, and it's a dot delivery, good length delivery into the right on the top of the off stump. Very good start for the bowler and also the batsman. For the batsman to go ahead and see the first ball coming out of the bat is one of the critical thing for any batsman for their confidence. Second ball comes out of the middle of the bat too. Good bowling, but two good dots. It's a very hot and humid day in Dallas, Texas today. Another dot delivery, very good solid defense. And if we go ahead and look at the fielding, there is a fine leg, there is a deep fine leg, and also there is a deep third man. The bowler is so the idea from both of the captain and the bowler is to go ahead and bowl good length deliveries. So if the edges comes out, there is some sweepers for that. There's another dot ball. It's a full length delivery, and then the batsman played a confident cover drive, but it was straight to the fielder into mid off. It's very great to see the giant screen being on today, and you get to go ahead and see the score right on there. There's actually a mix-up between the batsmen, and there was actually a chance for a run out if the throw was made to the keeper side. So there could have been an opportunity, but opportunity missed by the fielding team. The batsman's communication, there was a lapse of communication that could have actually costed them a wicket. And with that, that's a beautiful square drive, and there was a slip there's a slip from the batsman, and the ball did not actually raise down to the boundary line, and it's 2 runs. So a great first over for the bowling side, and Anahita bowled a great over, only costing 2 runs, and after the first over, red team is 2 runs for 0 wickets, and the first over is done. This under 15 tournament of the girls are broken into 3 teams: team red, green, and blue, and we are getting the chance to go ahead and seeing Shubi right now. She's in attack for the second over. There's a change in the field. Extra cover came up, and then the captain decided to go ahead and push her back again and got the fine leg up now. So there's only 1 player outside. Actually, there's 2 outside. There's still deep third man is still outside. So, and we're coming for the first ball of the second over, and a beautiful ball. Actually, the ball became low, and that is something we have actually seen in MLC whenever the MLC cricket actually took place in Grand Prairie Stadium. Also, we have seen some uneven bounce, and some of the times the ball actually getting low into the crease. So that is same situation just went ahead and took place. Another beautiful ball. The bowlers are bowling very well, line and length. Everything is on the right, on the good length delivery, except the fact is in that last over and the last ball, she went ahead and gave a little bit of room, and that's when the batsman just pounced on it. We're going for the third ball of the second over. And dot delivery, actually it's a wide ball. Idea is very simple, to go ahead and bowl into the wider channel of the off stump. That's why there is a swipper. Except that all the fielders are up into the circle in 30 yards. And a very full length delivery, almost a Yorker. And the batsman dealt with it very comfortably. And the ball was raised directly to the short mid wicket. Advata is batting right now. And she plays a shot. Oh, and there was a chance of a catch. And there was a drop in mid-on. It was hit directly to the fielder. And the fielder did all the hard work, came under the ball, but just could not grasp it. And it just popped out right from her hand. We were watching the replay of it. Oh man, it was right on her chest. She couldn't just bring it down. We're going back to the next ball. Very good delivery, very good delivery. It's very unlucky for the bowler because she went ahead and created the chance, and the batsman couldn't go ahead and time the ball. She couldn't go ahead and put her whole power into it. And when there was not a good, sweet connection from the bat, it just sailed over. It was sailed directly to the fielder. Missed opportunity. And another opportunity comes on, and this time it goes over the fielder. And it's 2 runs. Very good bowling by Subi. And with that, the second over comes to an end, and red team is 6 runs for 0 wickets. There's a change in bowling. Shraddha comes to bowl her first over. There's not a whole lot of wind going on in Grand Prairie. A little bit of a slower delivery and a little bit on the full length, and was dealt very comfortably by Advaita. It's a little bit of a slow start by the red team. Oh, and again, we are seeing that same thing from that side of the end. From that end, you're going ahead and seeing some of the full balls are actually getting low. It's a little bit deceiving for the batsmen because they're not going ahead and being able to trust the pitch fully. And a beautiful shot, a smack from the back foot, play directly to the extra cover for 2 runs. It was a great shot. With that, the score of the red team goes to 8. Slow and steady start, but slow and steady start. But I believe the batsmen are actually getting their confidences in. That is the most critical part. A very short delivery, poor length, poor ball, and it may actually tickle down to the boundary, and it does. And with that, the first boundary of the innings is scored by Advaita. And we're actually looking at the replay right now. It was a down the leg, short ball, very poor delivery. The bowler feels like still has not fully got into her groove yet. And it goes ahead and costed the first boundary for the blue team. With that, the red team score turns to 12. Another short ball, but this time there's protection into the extra cover, so it's only going to be a single. Batsmen are growing into confidence. And that's a juicy full toss, but there was an outside edge and took the ball directly to the fielder in backward point. And with that, the third over comes to an end, and the red team score is 13 for 0 wickets. Yes, bhai? Okay. Okay. Shubi is coming for her second over of the match. And it looks like the ball is going actually down the leg. There was an appeal, good length delivery, and there was some good in-swing from the bowler by Shubi. And the score for the red is 13 runs for 0 wickets, and it's 3 over 4 ball. Second ball from Shubi, and there's a chance. There was an outside edge while playing the square drive. Actually, square cut by the batsman, and there's a change of strike. Ninanshia comes to strike right now. She went ahead and faced 9 balls and scored 4 runs. And we're looking at the replay right now. Look at that square cut. The ball was not actually short enough to play that shot. And a beautiful defense, right behind the ball, and plays it beautifully. There was a beautiful back foot defense by the batsman. Shubi is following a perfect channel, line and length. Another great channel delivery. Pressure is rising up a little bit with all the dot balls, and the batsmen have not been able to get out of their shell yet to go ahead and capitalize on the power play. Again, the power play is for the first 6 overs, and during the power play, you can only have 2 fielders outside of the circle. Another dot ball, and if we actually looking into the field positioning, there is a deep extra cover, and then there is a deep third man. So any kind of nicks right outside of the edge. And there's a chance. Oh, another catch drop by the blue team. right on the short mid wicket, was played directly to the fielder. And there was a great opportunity for the Subi to go ahead and get her first wicket. There was a catch drop in her last over too, and this time again, if you are looking at the replay right now, the fielder could not judge the flight of the ball, and it just went through her hands. She was never able to get her hands behind the ball and hit right on her knee. That must be painful for the fielder. And also it's very disheartening for Subi because she went ahead and created 2 chances by now, and both of them have been dropped. Very unlucky for the bowler. And there's the fielder change. As I was saying, it must have been painful because it was hit right to her knee. The ball hit right on her knee, and she comes out of the game. Four overs have been bowled in this under 15 USA cricket game, where the teams are broken down into 3 teams: red, blue, teams are broken into team blue, red, and green. There's actually a change in bowling attack. Kiara comes to bowl, and actually it feels like the ball actually slipped out of her hand, and it's a wide ball down the leg. We're about to go ahead and look at the points table of this tournament. Blue team played 3 games and won all 3. Red played 3 games, won 1 last 2. And green team played 4 games and won 1 last 3. And then the net run rate, blue team is higher than both the red and the green team. Kiara comes for the second ball of her over. This time it was a little bit of a lofted delivery right into the good length. And the batsman also glanced it to her leg and went ahead and got a single. Advatia is playing a very important innings and almost going run a ball. And there's actually a mishandling by the keeper. Should have been a dot ball. It's very disappointing for the bowler, because when you're about to go ahead and think you're about to bowl a dot ball and it just goes ahead and goes under the hands of the keeper, but no run was taken. So that is actually some kind of a gladful moment for the bowler. Should have been a single in that ball. We're looking at the replay. The ball is not carrying, as it's a very slow ball. Another juicy full toss down to the leg, and the keeper could not grasp it this time also. And it's actually a no ball because the ball was pitched outside of the pitch. And it's a free hit. And they actually went for a single too, so it would cost 2 runs. So only 2 legal balls have been bowled so far in this innings, and we're looking at the replay right now. You can go ahead and look at it. It was pitched right outside of the leg side of the pitch. Bowler is struggling to go ahead and pitch the deliveries into the right line and length. Also, you have to keep it into the consideration is how hot of a weather it is today in Grand Prairie, and it's been difficult for every single player. And that's a go! And it's actually a free hit. That's why the batsman went for the swing, and that's when it was actually bowled, but she's not going to be out due to it being a free hit. But it would be very encouraging for Kiara to go ahead and see her up hitting the stumps. It may go ahead and bring her line and length to the correct place now, as she has been struggling for past 3 deliveries. But this was one of the better ball out of all the 4 balls she has bowled so far. Kiara bowls another white ball. It's down to the leg. She's probably having some issues with her run-up. But good thing is, as she is bowling to the leg, but she actually took all of her protections in the fielding into the leg side too. So she has a one deep mid wicket, and then also she has a long off. She's bowling according to the field, but just not being able to go ahead and keep it to the stumps. Another white ball by Kiara, but this time it's down to the offside. Out. The bowler is having hard time to go ahead and handle the swing, and as a commentator, my recommendation would be is if she goes ahead and bowls with a cross seam right now, I think that would go ahead and help her out to go ahead and control the swing. Right now, the swing is going like banana and it's going all over the place. So if she goes ahead and bowl with cross seam, that would just go ahead and keep the ball straight. And that is what she needs right now. Great fielding right into the short extra cover. It was a full length delivery right on the offside. An incredible fielding. We are looking at the replay. And look at how Kiara's body is falling into the left side. That is goes ahead and causing her missing her line and length. And goes for a lofted shot, and there was a chance, but it was a few steps away from the fielder, and the fielder could not go ahead and get under the ball. And with that, Kiara still has 1 ball to go in her over. Oh, goes for another heave, the batsman, and it misses everything. It misses the batsman, it misses the keeper, and goes for a bye run, and the batsman goes ahead and change the side. And with that, Kiara's long over comes to an end. 5 overs gone, it's 25 runs for the red team. Got it. Right. There is another bowling change. Srindi is the new bowler. Beautiful outswing and takes the bottom edge of the batsman and goes down to the fine leg area, and there was no deep fine leg. Beautiful bowling by Srindi. Another great outswinger. She's following a beautiful line in length and a channel. Bowler getting some advice from her captain. Srindi is actually generating some good pace, and her momentum and rhythm is looking really good right now. Another beautiful ball by Srindi, but this time there's a chance of a run out. And the batsman makes it to the crease with a dive. A little bit of a risky run. We're about to go ahead and look at the replay of this opportunity. This time it was an in-swinging delivery, and we are looking from the front vision, and you can see if it was a direct hit, it would have been the price wicket of Ninashia. Srindi is bowling a very quick and fast over. And the last ball of the over comes in, and it's another. Oh, there was actually a misfield. And that may run into the boundary line, but the fielder goes ahead and scoops it up and throws the ball back to the keeper's side. And with that, the over comes to an end. Red team is 27 runs for none. Another bowling change. Mahek comes to go ahead and bowl her first over. A leg spinner. A beautiful line. And actually, there's another chance. There's actually a lazy running between for the batsmen. They actually did not go ahead and call for it fast enough. And the non-striker batsman responded too slow. Mike comes for the second ball, and that's another single, but there's another chance of a run out, and this time it is a run out. Great fielding, great sense of mind to go ahead and actually throw the ball to the keeper end. And the keeper And the throw was actually perfect. It was right beside the off stump. And the keeper goes ahead and picks it up cleanly and takes off the bell. And that's the wicket of Ninashia. Just look at it. It was never a single. And if it was a single, they had to go ahead and go for it faster. And the batsman had no chance to go ahead and make it to the crease. And and with that, that opening partnership comes to an end. It was a great partnership by Ninashia and Adbatia. It was very important for the blue team to go ahead and break the partnership. And that's why Mahek was brought into the bowling to go ahead and break the partnership, although the partnership was not broken with her bowling, but amazing fielding into in mid-off, and picks up the ball cleanly and throws it directly to the keeper. And the keeper does the rest. And with that, the important opening partnership of the red team comes to an end. Mahek with a flighted delivery, and there's another chance of a run out. But the batsman makes it to the crease with a full-hearted dive. We're about to go ahead and look at the replay of that run-out appeal. It looks like an out, but again, the umpires do not have that privilege of having umpires do not have the privileges of having the replays like we do. They have to go ahead and make the decisions in a split bit of second. So not having that leverage can go ahead and always leaning the decision on batsman's favor. And with that, Mahek is coming for the last ball of her over. Another beautiful delivery right into the good length ball, and the batsman plays a perfect, solid defense. And with that, the over comes to an end. It's 7 overs done. Red team is 32 for 1. It's a wicket. It was a thick outside edge, and the ball carries directly to the point fielder. Looking at the replay, it's a beautiful outswinging ball. Takes the top thick edge, and it carries directly to the point fielder. And with that, Adbatia, both of the opener, goes back to the pavilion. And it's 7 over 2 balls. Actually, 7 over 1 ball, 32 for 2 wickets. And Srindhi went ahead and got the... We're looking at the scorecard of the red team. And about to go ahead and look at the bowling card. After a great partnership, great opening partnership, now both of the opening batsmen are back to the pavilion, and red team needs to go ahead and restart their innings. Very unfortunate to go ahead and lose both of the openers in a short period of time between having no gaps. And with that, Srindi goes ahead and bowls a great delivery right into the block hole. What a way to greet the new batsman. New batsman is Disha, and she's taking the strike right now. Oh, another beautiful delivery. She has her knees bent and trying to make some sweet connections to the ball. Going ahead and usually expecting whenever the batsman goes ahead and have her knees bent that way, they're going ahead and expecting the balls to be fuller length delivery, and that's a beautiful shot. Came right behind the ball and played a beautiful extra cover drive. Good part was that bowler had a sweeper. They have a deep extra cover. About to go and look at the replay. Disha looks like a solid batsman. Oh, another beautiful outswinger ball. The ball is still swinging into the 7th over into the innings right now. And Srindi is actually going ahead and maintaining a beautiful channel. Arya is into the crease, another new batsman. The other new batsman, whenever Ninashia got out, that's when she came in after that first down wicket. There's a appeal for LBW, but it goes down to the leg side, and with that, Disha's over, an eventful over comes to an end. Could have been another wicket in that last ball, but the ball was it was heading to the leg side, and the umpire did not go ahead and respond to her appeal. But nevertheless, it was an amazing over by Disha, only costing 1 run. We're looking at the replay. Yes, it was pitched outside leg, and also it was also going down to the leg. Amazing call by the umpire. Shraddha is coming back for her second over. 8th over is starting, and Shraddha bowls a very poor delivery down to the leg, and batsman puts the full Monty to it and takes full advantage of that poor delivery. Down to the leg, short ball. It was an easy pickings for the batsman. You don't want the new batsmen to go ahead and get set into the crease by bowling these poor deliveries, and we're looking at the replay right now. Short ball right into the feet. That's a better delivery from Shraddha. Comes back very strongly. Let's look at the field position, and the thought process of the captains is there is a deep mid wicket, there is a there is actually a mid off. Only 2 fielders outside for now. Another poor delivery, and as I was saying, Disha looks like a solid batsman. And another put away in that down to the leg ball. Another short delivery, which was patched out on that first delivery of this over. We're looking at the replay again. of the last ball. And you can go ahead and take a look at it. What a poor delivery it was. The batsman had to go ahead and bend down on her knees, but she put away that ball, and that actually goes ahead and brings a fielding change. And there is a fine leg right now. A fine leg right now was put on by the captain, because as Shraddha is going ahead and bowling most of her deliveries onto the leg side. That's a better delivery. Good comeback. She needs to be consistent in that channel. That is what going ahead. It looks like if Disha goes ahead and gets settled into the crease, she's going to go ahead and play a long, blistering innings, which will go ahead and get the scoreboard moving for the red team. And this time it's a good delivery. Gets back into her back foot and punches it to the long on for a single. Disha is looking solid. Already scored 10 runs out of 8 balls. This has been expensive over by Shraddha. And last ball of the over, and again down to the leg, and the batsman just poked at it and goes ahead, and it goes down to the fine leg. And there was, as the fine leg was more of to the square leg side, it goes ahead and costed the bowler 2 runs. And with that, the ninth over comes to an end, and the red team is 44 runs for 2 wickets.
I am Santosh Somedi, founder and managing partner at Somedi Law Group. Somedi Law Group is a full-service law firm.
Great ball. There's actually a bowling change. Akshara comes to bowl. Akshara is coming for the second ball. And the batsman plays another solid defense. Beautiful action of Akshara goes ahead, and with her momentum, if she goes ahead and finds the rhythm, she's going to be able to go ahead and pitch all the deliveries into the right channel, which I'm pretty sure her captain and the coach is expecting out of her. 3 solid balls. All the balls were right on top of the stumps, on the middle stumps, and they're all in the good length deliveries. These are the sort of balls batsmen have to go ahead and put respect to it, and the batsman is going ahead and playing the balls to the merit, and as Disha has been for the last few overs. And look at it, her batting stance goes ahead and will tell you how confident of a batsman she is today. Oh, and the batsman moves out of her stride. And bowler also goes ahead and takes a stop, and with that, it's a dead ball. Oh, and the batsman takes a poke at it. And there was a outside edge. For a second, the fielding team was very interested, but the ball was put into the ground. very short of any of the fielders. And with that, that's an amazing over by Akshara. This time it was a short ball. So white ball by Akshara in the last ball. That was the first run out of her over. It was a chance of a maiden from Akshara. Fifth ball of the over, and that's a dot ball. Amazing. That is the most critical over from Akshara before the 10th over. That was the mid part of the innings. I'm pretty sure after this over, the coaches and there was going to be some messages from outside of the ground. The coaches were going ahead and looking at the strategies, and they would go ahead and want the batsmen to accelerate. Oh, another great delivery and takes the outside edge. It feels like the batsman is struggling to go ahead and understand the line and length, and with that, it's a drinks break for the players in this hot and humid condition in this Grand Prairie game, in the Grand Prairie Stadium. And with that, the 10th over comes to an end, and red team is 45 for 2. Oh, man. Sunday? It's a lot better. So, trying. Yes, sir. But again, it's you don't have to, like, for example, how would I guide it? Like, ball जब जा रहा है हमारी उसकी पूरी बॉल ड्रॉप इन you know क्योंकि आप उसको देख सकते हो अच्छा रिपीटिंग वर्ड्स को नहीं रिपीट करूँगा let's look at the replay you don't have to look at the replay I'm just telling you replay so you can see as watching the replay here comes the replay now look at the slow motion replay you know फिर अभी जिसने उसने एक शॉट की बॉडी उसकी कहाँ थी ये आउटसाइड ऑफ कम जाती है तो वहाँ पे तुमने कर सकते हो और प्ले दैट प्रॉपर्ली फॉलो द बॉल तो आप नरेट इस तरह से करो जिससे आपको एक प्रॉपर टेक्निक कमेंटेटर इस तरह से लाइन हो तो विल यूज क्रिकेटर राइट दे प्रॉब्ली विल बी गेमिंग यू व्हेन यू गो बैक राइट तो वो एक उनके जो व्यूअर है उसके लिए टॉपिक पॉइंट सो दैट्स हाउ यू these are the points out there start putting it together आज किसका गेम नहीं आज का आज एक क्या है बड़ी वाली ले नहीं बैग से निकाल चल अनुज ने उधर से लग गई नहीं है यार और बॉलिंग नेगेटिव बंदा है शहजाद और तुम 15 साल से दूसरे जानते हो ठीक है शहजाद तो मैच तो उसने इंडिविजुअल मैच किया करो पूरे मोहल्ले में ऐलान करने की अरे बच्ची है ना We are back from the break. And the 11th over starts, and there is another change in bowling. Ritu is the new bowler. Off-spin bowler, and the ball was left very wisely by the batsman. It was bowled way down to the off stump, and that's a wide delivery by Ritu. Projected score right now is 90 runs for the red team. I'm pretty sure they will go ahead and accelerate the innings a lot more as they have a lot of wickets in hand after the 15th over. And that is going to be the critical point to go ahead and keep these wickets in hand. Another wide ball. It was down to the leg, and it was actually great keeping by going ahead and getting down to the ball and going ahead and getting it with two hands. The batsman, oh, there's a chance of a run out, and the ball should have been thrown to the bowler side. The striking batsman was actually struggling to go ahead and make it. A non-striker went ahead and called it and went with the run. And as she was going into the non-striker end, and she also had a faster start, she was able to make it back to the crease, but the striking batsman was actually struggling to make it there, and the fielder did not go ahead and take the advantage of that. Ritu bowling off spin and actually following some great channels. Bowling right on the middle stump, on the top of it, in a good length. That is actually going ahead and not giving any room to the batsman. That's why the batsman is not being able to go ahead and put the ball into the gap. This time, there was actually a chance, but the way the field setup is made in the offside, there is not a whole lot of gaps. So the batsman will actually have to be very precise to go ahead and put the ball into the gap to get some rotation. And another dot ball by Ritu. It's a fantastic over. And with that, the over comes to an end. And she went ahead, and the over only costed them 3 runs for the blue team. And these are the turning points and the turning heads on the game. And with that, the 11th over comes to an end, and the red team is 48 for 2. Another change in bowling. Another new bowler comes into the attack. It's Samanvi. Another off spin. Oh, what a beautiful delivery. Just misses the edge of the batsman. Had the batsman beat fully with the flight of the delivery, and the batsman actually went to the shot early by going ahead and expecting of the bowler's speed to be a little bit more faster. And that could not go ahead and carry it with another amazing delivery, Samanvi. And it was a short ball, and the batsman couldn't go ahead and take advantage of it. Should have been put away. But there are fielders in both in the deep mid wicket and also in long on. But there's actually a big gap to it. And the batsman, if they can go ahead and implode that gap, they could go ahead and get some runs out of it. The batsman nudges it down right to the square leg, at the mid square leg, and then goes ahead and grabs a run. Arya and Disha is going ahead and rebuilding up this innings after that beautiful opening partnership. Another beautiful flighted delivery. A good part about these deliveries is the batsman's having to go ahead and bite down to the lips and wait for these balls. Is handling these flights are never easy for any batsmen. That's a slap by the batsman, but great fielding into that short extra cover. All the fielders are up. They're not on the 30-yard line. They're not coming from the 30-yard. That's a wide ball. And the batsman had good eyes to not to go ahead and go for it. And also the way the field setup is, there's a gully, there's a point, there is a short extra cover, and then there's players are going ahead and walking with the bowler to cut down the single. And with that, the batsman on this ball went ahead and missed the bounce of the ball, and there was some extra bounce. She went ahead and waited for the ball well, but whenever with that extra bounce, she could not go ahead and judge the bounce of the ball. And because of that, she went ahead and created room for herself, but could not connect it. If that was a connection, that could have actually gone for a boundary. But with that, a good over comes to an end by Samanvi. And there was 4 runs on this over. And with that, the 12th over comes to an end. It's 52-2 for the red team. Ritu is continuing. And a good shot. And that's a very safe shot, as there is no short square leg. A safe shot goes ahead and turns into a single and gets Disha back into the strike. The way Disha went ahead and started her innings, that's not the way she has accelerated so far. She has played quite a few dot balls. What is important in this format of the game is rotation of the strike. It is very much okay to not go ahead and get boundaries, but it is very critical to go ahead and finding singles and doubles to go ahead and you rotating the strike. It's a good shot by Disha into the long on. Just these dot balls, if you could go ahead and get 6 runs in an over in this kind of a game, 100 runs, 110 runs is a very competitive score. But what is very important is if you keep playing dot balls, just like look at both of the batsmen. Disha played 21 deliveries and scoring 12 runs. If she could have scored the runs and run a ball, that could have went ahead and give a huge boost to the red team scorecard. Right now, the run rate is going ahead and is on 4.32. Ritu is also bowling in a very good line, following a good channel, and not giving the room for the batsmen to go ahead and get their arms free. And there is the appeal for a cut behind, but doesn't look like there was any connection to the bat or the gloves. And that's a wide delivery signal by the umpire. And also from the blue team's perspective, you need to cut down these extras. This because you are not going ahead and letting the batsmen score runs from their bat. Again, good delivery and was also played very beautifully by Arya right down into the gap. Mid-off player goes ahead and picks up the ball and throws it back to the bowler. But coming back at it from the blue team's perspective, they bowled amazingly. But the problem is them going ahead and bowling these wide deliveries. There's too many extras was given by the blue team, and these are free runs. And another beautiful shot by Disha just nudges it down to the fine leg, and they actually come back for two, and they make it very comfortably. And with that, Ritu's over comes to an end, and it's 13 over done, 58 for 2 for the red team.
Are you experiencing a complex immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Solidarity Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Solidarity Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Solidarity Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Solidarity Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@solmireadylaw.com or visit
It looks like the same bowler is continuing. Samanvi is bowling her second over. Again, coming back at it for the red team's perspective of all those dot deliveries. I mean, again, there was a short ball, but there is a fielder. The fielders are up onto the point. Gee, it's a backward point, more like onto the gully side point, extra cover, and then you have a short cover, and then also you have a mid-off. So with all those players right down into the 30-yard line, these are not easy situation to find singles. And the ball was left out by the batsman as the ball was bowled right, way down to the off stump, and that's a wide delivery by Samanvi. Again, it comes back into the same situation of those extras. Blue team really needs to go ahead and focus on cutting down on the extras because they're not going ahead and giving any opportunities to the red team to score that easily. Again, another white ball. Also sensible batting by the red team. If there's easy runs, easy extras are coming in, and if you're scoring 6 runs per over, that's good enough. And in that perspective of the situation right now, that is what's happening. That's because there was 2 dot deliveries, and then she went ahead and bowled 2 wides. That goes, and there's a chance! And missed the flight of the ball, and then actually plays it into the air, and the ball is directly to the extra cover fielder. And with that, Aria's patient innings, the greedy innings of Arias goes ahead and comes to an end. As the replay is showing, the ball was lofted directly. It was directly to the fielder. I think the intention of the batsman was to go ahead and play the ball over the top of that extra cover fielder to go ahead and get 2 runs or even go ahead and get a boundary out of that ball. But again, with the ball being more flighted, there was there was not good timing, and also there was not elevation from the bat, and the batsman could not go ahead and put her whole body behind that ball. And as that with that bat swing did not come all the way from the top, it went ahead and went directly to the fielder, and the fielder went ahead and caught it gleefully as it was a juicy catch. And actually, it's a great catch. And again, it's a reward of Samanvi's great bowling of going ahead and following that one channel. You have to tip your hat to Samanvi, and you have to say it's a well-deserved wicket for her. New batsman comes into the crease, Ankita, and plays her first ball. Solid defense. Again, it's whenever the bowlers who are going ahead and giving flight and you're actually playing against the wind, it's never that easy. You have to be very much patient to that ball. And again, with that, another dot ball by Ankita. For Ankita, and Ankita goes ahead and scores 0 out of the first 2 deliveries, and Samanvi's second over comes to an end, and red team is 64-3 after 14 overs. Another bowling change. Anya comes to bowl for the blue team. There's a lot of bowling rotations, and in this kind of a game, in this kind of a game, you will go ahead and you would want to go ahead and give the opportunities to a lot of bowlers to go ahead and see who can go ahead and give you the best, or who can get you the best out of this kind of a condition. Again, it's a very much of a humid and hot condition in Grand Prix. Right now, it's a 98-degree weather. Again, great ball. And it's difficult in this kind of a condition to go ahead and play the spinners who go ahead and bowl with a lot of flight. And that's where I think the blue team captains is leaning more into the spin right now. And there's actually a chance of a run out, and it's another run out. That's a mental breakdown between the batsmen. They played the ball directly to the fielder. We're looking at the replay right now. If you're looking at it, it's a square cut played, and the ball was right to the fielder, and the non-striker batsman, well, actually it was the striker batsman who called for it and wants to go for a run, and non-striker batsman had no chance of ever making it to her crease. And it was a beautiful throw right down into the keeper's glove, and keeper goes ahead and catches it beautifully and goes ahead and knocks the ball off. That's not how the wicket should have been fell. Ankita, after playing only 2 balls, goes from a run-out wicket. Very unfortunate. But with that, new batsman coming to the crease, and she's going to go ahead and take strike. Disha had a very solid start, but the game, her run rate and then her rotation kind of actually slowed down a little bit. And there is actually a appeal for a LBW, but the umpire is unmoved. It looked very much close, and would love to watch a replay to go ahead and look at it one more time. From the real-time vision, it looked very close. We're actually watching the replay right now, and it looks like actually a very good call by the umpire, because it would go down to hit the leg stump. Again, a slap by the batsman. Again, the new batsman is Ria. And great bowling by Anya. And with that, it's a, and this is the fourth ball. Actually, this is the maiden wicket over by Anya. Incredible bowling with her leg spin, and she went ahead and maintained the good length channel and did not give out any room to the batsmen, and batsmen couldn't get out any runs out of that over. And with that, the 15th over comes to an end, and 64-4 for the red team. Another new bowler comes into the attack. This time is Ashika is into the crease, and she's a medium pace bowler, but bowls right in front of the batsman's bat, and she goes ahead and takes the full advantage of that and plays a ground shot down to the extra cover and goes ahead and goes for a single. Again, Disha is going ahead and rotating this strike now a lot better than before, and playing a sensible innings of right now scoring 15 out of 26 runs. Sorry, scoring 15 out of 26 balls. Again, another outside edge taken by the new batsman, Ria. Was actually trying to play a straight drive, but the open of the bat went ahead and took the edge. And that's a poor delivery. That's a full toss, but the full advantage wasn't taken by the batsman. That could have been put away for at least 2 runs, but the ball, and there is actually no fielder right into the long on and long off. And batsmen, I think, need to go ahead and implode that gap, and that is very much down to the leg. And again, these are some opportunities the batsmen are missing to go ahead and get some runs. Disha could have dealt with that ball a lot better, as she actually maneuvered out of her crease, out of the leg stump. She had that opportunity, and there is an edge. And the fielder had an opportunity of catching that ball. It felt like it went very close to her hands, but the effort she went ahead and put in, I think there could have been a better effort put in there. It was actually a very close chance. If you look at it, actually, if she would have moved right when the ball got into the air and could have taken one more step to her left, she actually could have got under that ball. But again, brilliant effort over there by the fielder. Again, the ball falls into the no-man land. A lofted shot played over the bowler's head. Played it straight. It looks like Disha is trying to go ahead and accelerate her innings a little bit now. And with that, the over comes to an end. 7 comes out of this over. It's 67-4 for the red team after 16th over gets done. Looking at the match summary right now, beautiful shot played by the batsman, and it was a brilliant effort by the fielder into that square leg region, but the ball goes ahead and tickles down to the boundary line, and it hits the boundary rope, and it's a 4 runs. But again, it's an excellent effort by the fielder put in there. But beautiful shot by Disha. As mentioned, she's trying to go ahead and accelerate her innings. And Anya, who bowled a maiden over. Actually, it's a no ball. It was a no ball. It looks like a no ball for the fit. Yeah, it was a foot no ball. And it's a short delivery, but Anya couldn't take the advantage of it in the free hit. That is a ball I think she could have went ahead and played up into the air because it was a free hit. It's a beautiful shot. It's a little bit of a shorter length delivery. And actually there is a misfield and takes the ball to the boundary rope. And with that, the second boundary of this over comes in. And it's already counting it to be an expensive over by Anya after bowling such a magnificent over in that last over she bowled. And that goes ahead and brings a change to the field. And now there is also a long on and also deep mid wicket, and also there is a short deep mid wicket. There's a short mid wicket too. Again, it looks like with bowling Disha, who is going ahead and have been into the crease for that long, you cannot go ahead and give her these long half short balls. That's because she is going to go ahead and put away those right now with ease, as she has spent enough time into the crease to go ahead and see these ball a lot better. Again, there is a mix-up and chance of a run out, but this time, and there's actually a direct hit. So good fielding all over. Ria goes ahead. I think her job right now would be to just go ahead and get Disha as much strike as possible in this last 3 overs. Disha is looking the ball a lot better and also going ahead and middling the ball. That is the advantage of in this ground. If you go ahead and spend a significant amount of time into the crease. Bowls ahead and balls down to the leg. Great keeping to go ahead and block off any extra runs, but still goes for the wide ball. Oh, and there is a misfield into that short mid-wicket. That goes for a single. These are the runs needs to be stopped by the blue team. That's because, again, as mentioned, if the run goes ahead and goes anything over 100 run is a very competitive score in this ground and in this format of cricket and in this age group. Again, a short delivery, but this time there's protection and the fielder was able to stop the ball. And with that, expensive over of Anya comes to an end, and 13 comes out of this over. And with that, it's 17 over comes to an end, 84-4 for the red team. It's actually 3 overs left. This scorecard is not updating. Yeah. We are in the pinnacle part of the innings, and we are on that tail end of the innings right now. And Subi comes back into the attack. She went ahead and bowled, I believe, the third and the fifth over of the innings, and actually bowled very well. And again, comes back and bowls another great delivery, not giving any room to Disha right now. As many balls Disha is gonna face, as it's advantageous, it's gonna be for the red team. Again, bowls down to the leg, and there is no fielders right there, and the bowler did not bowl at all according to her field. And that's where the critical part comes in. If you're gonna be a bowler and you're bowling to the death overs, you 100% needs to know where you're gonna bowl. If your intention is to go ahead and bowl to the leg side, and you're gonna bowl into that good length channel of leg side, you need to have that square leg and also that deep mid wicket. So that goes ahead and brings that change into the field. Even in that first ball, whenever she did not have that fielder up there and it was bowled right to the body, that could have been put away also for a boundary. Right now, Subi comes for the third ball, and there is actually a short square leg, and the ball is hit directly to her. And come back to my point is, again, if you're in the way Disha is standing in, it looks like she wants to slog the ball. And if she wants to go ahead and always put it into the leg side, and your intention is not to go ahead and bowl into the fifth or sixth stump channel, then you need to go ahead and have these fielders outside, because right now you can actually have 5 fielders outside. Again, that was a beautiful ball. That is the ball which she needs to bowl according to her field. But again, it was a good ball, but the keeper actually did not support the bowler well, and it actually did not carry to the keeper also, so she actually could not stop the ball. What she needed to do over there was actually just bend down her knees and put the body behind that ball to just go ahead and stop that single. That was very important. But Supi is actually bowling with some good pace too. And with that, there is a change of the batsman, and Ria comes into the strike, and blue team would want Ria to have as many strikes as possible. Beautiful ball right down into the black hole, and that's actually a good block, and the ball is running down to the boundary line, but some good fielding down there into the point region. And with that, 2 runs taken by the batsman. In some good bowling by Subi. Ball right into the block hole on the off stump. Need to go ahead and maintain this channel. Have to be consistent. And there's a lofted shot. Oh, it was directly to the fielder and was dropped. The fielder did all the hard work. She was right under the ball, but she just could not go ahead and close her hands fast enough, and then the ball just went ahead and dropped between her hands, and it goes ahead and results in a drop catch. And with that, we are taking another drinks break, and this drinks break and the hydration is becoming more and more important just because of how hot of a condition it is. And that's why even into the 18th over, umpires are allowing for the 12th man to go ahead and come with the waters, because it is very critical right now to go ahead and stay hydrated for these players. And it's the 18 over comes to an end. It's 88-4, and most important thing about the red team is Disha is still into the crease, and they would want her to go ahead and play throughout the whole 20 overs. This is the penultimate over, it being that 18th over, because I'm pretty sure the goal of the red team is to get at least 210 runs. And right now the projected score is showing 98 runs. And bowler was stopped. She was struggling a little bit on her run up, and took the right decision by stopping it. You should never go ahead and bowl when you are not feeling into the whole rhythm of your run up. So it's a good decision by the bowler. Goes back into her marker and comes back for that ball, and it's a lofted shot, lofted cover drive, but the ball falls into the no man land. There was no chance for the fielder, but the most important part is it's a dot ball. Dot balls are like a golden deer in this part of the innings, into that death overs. Akshara is going ahead and bowling her second over. Only conceded 1 run in her last over. She bowled, and great keeping. The batsman is actually took a huge heave without not going ahead and taking a stride to come under the ball. Right now, everything is about slogging, but if the batsman plays it straight, she can actually get 2 runs out of it. And more important thing it is to do for Ria right now is going for the shots. Actually, and there is an appeal by the bowling team, but umpire looks unmoved, and looks like the ball actually came out of touching the pad of the batsman, and that actually had the keeper very much interested for a wicket. And it looks like the stumps are not put into the right place. That's why the leg umpire is coming in to fix the stumps. But going back into the point of Ria's job right now, is not to go ahead and play the big shots and score runs, because as you need to go ahead and look into the position of the game, who's striking the ball better, whose balls are coming out of the bat much more from the middle. I think it's Disha is going ahead and can play those bigger shots, but what she needs from Ria is to get her that single, and which she does right now by nudging it to the short mid wicket. But the problem is, for only doing that, she took 4 balls. So right now, it only allows Disha to play 2 balls into this over, and that goes ahead and causes a slow run rate for the red team, and actually taking them away from their target of scoring that 110 runs, which could be very much critical against this blue team who already won 3 games out of 3. Good ball, and Disha goes ahead and plays it, but there was no elevation and could not play it to the gap, and puts the ball directly to the fielder's hand into mid-off. Again, the pressure of those dot balls was mounting, and she had to go for the shot, and that goes ahead and costs us the wicket. Again, it's always the pressure of dot balls in T20 cricket is what goes ahead and or the biggest reasoning behind of the wickets, which goes ahead and gets given away by the batsmen. And with that, Disha's good innings comes to an end. She scored 31 runs. And another ball left on this over. Great bowling by Akshara in this over. Just great bowling all overall by her. Gave away only 2 runs. Took 1 wicket out of 1 over 5 ball. That's a phenomenal bowling figure for any bowler. And should have bowled actually 1 or 2 more overs, but obviously the captain wanted to give chances to everybody. And another beautiful ball. There's a chance of a run out, but good decision by the fielder to throw that ball. And with that, Akshara's beautiful over comes to an end. And after 19th over is 90 for 5 for red team. Suba comes for her last over. Great decision by the captain, and I think it was a no-brainer decision by the captain to go ahead and give her the last over after how well she bowled it in her last over. And Subi comes for, actually it is her fourth over. She comes for her final over too, and the final over of the game. And it goes ahead and actually looks like it came out of the bat. Okay, it came out of the bottom part of it came out of the thicker part of the outside part of the bat, and it tickles it down to the boundary line. Not a bad delivery, but just a very unfortunate way to go ahead and conceding a boundary because there was no fielder placed there. And there was a French cut played by the batsman, and that goes ahead and took the ball to the boundary line. And that, with that, it's a good start to the over. And also, it looks like there was actually a slip into the run-up. The landing was not correct, and it looked like the bowler was actually falling down when she went ahead and delivered that ball, which went ahead and costed a wide. Let's look at the replay in a slow motion. While she lands, you can look at it. That's when she almost fell. Her whole body was bending, but still it was right on the line of the wide line. Again, the ball goes down to the boundary line. It was a great, brilliant effort by the fielder, but just could not prevent that boundary. There's a one thing obviously comes into my mind and questions my mind, why the captain is not taking the fielders outside. You can have 5 fielders outside, but there is only 2 fielders that are outside right now. And the way she's bowling into the full line and length in that off stump, I think it would be very important, and it just makes a whole lot of sense to go ahead and take a short cover, which actually feels like the captain listened to me and went ahead and took that deep extra cover. And great keeping. Oh, they go for the run. And, oh, if it was a direct hit, that could have been a goner for the batsman. But the keeper took the wise decision of going ahead and throwing the ball to the bowling end, because as the non-striker went ahead and had a head start, obviously she made it. But look at the replay. There was a chance of a run out. If the keeper could have went ahead and put a direct hit to the bowlers, then that would have been a goner for the batsman. But nevertheless, very risky run taken. And if I was Ria, I would have actually let Sanvi take the strike, because Sanvi was actually connecting the ball very well. And now it's a dot ball by Subi. 2 balls to go of end of this innings. And red team actually got to the 100 runs. So that was the main target of them. Again, down to the leg. Another dot ball. Great bowling by Subi. Although it has been a little bit of expensive over with Sanvi putting out 2 boundaries. And let's look into the last ball of the over. Obviously, the intention is going to be of Sanvi to go ahead and put Subi away for this ball and at least get it to 107 or 105. But let's see what happens in that last ball. Oh, great execution. And that's the scoop for boundary. Great shot by Sanvi to go ahead and take the score to 105 runs. And with that, it's a good length delivery, but there was just no protection into that fine leg. And get improvisation by Sanvi to go ahead and play the shot over the keeper's head for a boundary. And with that, the innings come to an end for the team red, and they scores 105 runs in 20 overs. And you have to go ahead and give thanks to the firework of Disha, and also some great improvisation and some and some great batting of Sanvi at the end. And we're looking at the batting card right now. A great opening partnership started with Ninashia and Advatia. And then after that, you can go ahead and look at that big innings by Disha, played of 34 runs out of 39 deliveries. And then you can go ahead and look at that firework at the end of the innings by Sanvi by 13 runs out of 9 balls. And look at the bowling card. There's a lot of bowlers used. 11 bowlers was used by the captain of the blue team. 12 bowlers was used by the blue team. And only one bowler finished out the whole quota. And that is Subi, who went ahead and bowled the last over. And the most wicket was, actually there was only one wicket, there was one wicket taken by Subi. And we're looking at the match summary. Team Red scored 105 runs out of 5 wickets in 20 overs. And we will be back for the second innings. Please stay with us. म्यूट ही तो है दूसरा माइक किधर है हाँ ओके थोड़ा सा लेट आता है ना
I am Santosh Somedi, founder and managing partner at Somedi Law Group. Somedi Law Group is a full-service law firm with offices in Virginia, New Jersey, and India. Our core areas of practice include immigration, litigation, corporate, and employment law. Apart from these areas of law, we also assist clients with criminal law matters, family law matters, and wills and trusts. Coming from an engineering background and having worked as an engineer, management level as an attorney, has allowed me to better understand the legal challenges faced by most engineering and technological firms. We also assist companies in drafting the necessary agreements, handling any employment-related matters, including DOL and USCIS orders. For more information, please visit our website at www.somireadylaw.com.
Are you experiencing a complex immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Solidarity Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Solidarity Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Solidarity Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Solidarity Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@solidarity.law.com or visit solidarity.law.com. Are you experiencing a complex immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Solidarity Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Solidarity Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Solidarity Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Solidarity Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@solidarity.law.com or visit solidarity.law.com. Are you experiencing a complex immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Solidarity Law Group simplifies it for you. You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Solidarity Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Solidarity Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Solidarity Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@solidarity.law.com or visit solidarity.law.com. Are you experiencing a complex immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Solidarity Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Somidedi Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Somidedi Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Somidedi Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@somireddilaw.com or visit somireddilaw.com.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. We're living. This could be a final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this and we come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. We're living. This could be a final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this and we come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the
This one is pulled, and this one should make it to the boundary. Yes, it does. See that lovely yacht passing the Bedford Channel? Wonderful before sailing.
One is called and beautifully held by the fielder at short mid-wicket. Excellent take-up.
This one is polished off the back foot through the covers, and it's 2 runs, and the USA have won.
Beautifully held by the fielder.
Welcome back, everyone, for the second innings in this beautiful Grand Prairie weather in the Under 15 USA Cricket National Championship Tournament. And the first ball, there is a huge appeal. Shubi, who was the last over bowler, he's also an opening batsman. He is going ahead and taking strike. It looks like a very close call. Could have been the height was the reason the umpire decided to go with the not out. Wants to get off the strike, Subi. It's a great start by Sanjana. Sanjana going for the fourth ball of this over. Actually bowling with some great pace, and there is actually a chance of a run out. And if it was a direct hit, it would have been 100% Gonski for the batsman. Batsman putting a dive in. Hopefully she's okay. Looks like her pad got stuck. We're watching the replay right now. There was a good in-swinging ball. Mix up between the batsmen, and you could just take a look at it in the slow motion. She's not even into the frame, and then after that she slipped. Looks like it was not an intentional dive to go ahead and save herself from this run out. It looked like she slipped, and from there it went ahead and was a painful landing for her. Goes ahead and plays her first ball. Aishika. Great solid defense. It's been a great over by Sanjana. 4 balls have been bowled and only 1 run came in. Good start of the innings for the red team. Again, they scored 105 runs. Again, good length ball. And dealt with it in an equal fashion by the batsman. Again, another beautiful length delivery and the good length, and there was actually a swat taken by the fielder for a throw, and the non-striker batsman went ahead and put her bat down. And with that, the first over comes to an end, and the blue team is 1 run for none after the first over. Ankita is the new bowler, comes into the attack. Blue team so far has played 3 games and won all 3. And down to the leg. Should be a white called by the umpire. Doesn't look like anything was touched. Oh, it looks like it actually touched the thigh pad of the batsman and no white was called. But as I was saying, 4 games was played. This is the 4th game of the blue team, and they had some good actually batting outing in this tournament. And the first game, they actually went ahead and scored 123 runs against the green team. The second game, they scored 136 against this red team. Coming back to that point after this ball, again, great right out of the middle and actually amazing fielding into that short cover. She went ahead and ran down 4 steps, slid down, picked up the ball, and because of that, no run was taken. But the last time the blue team and the red team went ahead and faced each other, blue team actually went ahead and batted first and scored 136 runs out of the 5 wickets. And it's Mahek, the leg spinner, coming back to that point, actually a full ball into that off-stamp length and onto that off-stamp region, actually, and then a full length delivery, and actually had the fielders interested. They went ahead and went for the appeal, but umpire did not answer to their appeal on that in this occasion. Aishika nudges down to the backward point and gets a single. Bigger pardon, it was actually Shubi who was the batsman who went ahead and just got this single. But in the last time Team Blue went ahead and faced Red, Aishika was actually run out. And it was actually that mix-up with the Naisha. Good ball, and also a back foot shot, and there is no gap. The batsman is not being able to go ahead and explode the gaps, and it has been a little bit of a slow start for the blue team, but they have the leverage of doing that because they're only chasing a total of 105 runs, and they have a lot of firepower at the end part of the middle order and also the bottom order of their batting. Oh, a beautiful shot. That is the beautiful shot. Got some good elevation to it and played it right over that extra cover fielder, and the fielder went ahead and put in her valiant effort right there, but still could not win ahead and stop that ball. And with that, Ankita's over comes to an end, and we're looking at the replay. The ball was bowled from that 12 o'clock corridor zone. That's where her release point is, and that's where she is generating that in-swinger. It was more of a straighter delivery, and it was bowled right into the zone of the batsman, and the batsman went ahead and made a pure connection to it and went for the 4. And with that, the over comes to an end, and the blue team is 6 for none after the second over. Sanjana is back for her next over. Good line and length. The batsman tried to go ahead and try to free up her arms, and then check her shot because the ball did not come into the speed she was expecting it to come to. And if you actually look into this fielding, there's 2 fielders outside of the 30-yard line. And one of them is the deep. One of them is the deep fine leg and deep third man. Again, batsman is trying to go ahead and open up her arms to go ahead and grab some singles or some boundaries. It looks like blue team wants a fast start, but there are some incredible bowling from the red team. It's just the right line and channel. But in this kind of a condition, blue team doesn't really need to go ahead and press it too much and take too many risks. And that is a good thing that they're playing all the shots into the ground. There is no reason to take any unnecessary risk in this part of the game because you don't want to go ahead and lose any wickets when you are going ahead and facing a small total. And whenever you're going ahead and facing a small total, it will always go ahead and make the bowling team more frustrated if they're not getting wickets. To win this game, red team needs to get wickets. Oh, down to the leg. And actually, the umpire lifts his finger up. Would love to go ahead and look at the replay if it was plumbed or not. From my perspective, it did not go ahead and look that plumbed, but let's look at it in slow motion. Looks like an in-swinging ball is actually down to the leg, but still, nevertheless, whenever an out is given by the umpire, the batsman has to walk. And it's Subi who went ahead and got out in a beautiful in-swinging delivery of Sanjana. And with that, 2 over 4 balls, 6 runs and 1 wicket. The first wicket falls for the blue team. New batsman comes into the crease. Anya. There is another appeal, but this time umpire did not respond. Umpire did not respond to the fielding team. Usually, after the first down, Mahek is the one who comes out to bat for the blue team, who has had a beautiful tournament so far. Even in the last game against the green team, she scored 35 out of 22. Although after that, she went ahead and retired herself and gave opportunity to the others. Oh, very good delivery by Sanjana with a great pace. Full length ball into the black hole. The batsman could not understand the line and length at all and missed it completely. And and it looks like she has some complaints to the umpire, and umpire is listening to her right now. But with that, the third over comes to an end, and the blue team is 6 for 1. Again, another appeal down to the leg. Ankita is continuing. This is the first time in the tournament, actually, Anya is getting the chance to bat. So this is a very much of a big opportunity for her to prove herself. as last game, Team Blue went ahead and scored 142. And there's a lot of batsmen who didn't get the chance to bat, so I'm pretty sure they're going ahead and sending some batsmen to go ahead and give them some opportunities. When facing this total, great shot by the batsman. Beautiful flick of her arms, and then and the ball went ahead and tickled down into that deep mid wicket for 4 runs. Great shot. A little bit of a full length delivery, in swinging ball, but the ball was onto the air for a long time, gave a good opportunity for the batsman to get her eyesight on the place and then get herself under the ball and went ahead and flick it to the deep mid wicket to go ahead and get a boundary. Good batting by Aishika. Sensible batting, a boundary, and then after that took a dot ball. Going ahead and playing the ball to its merits. Ball goes ahead and down to the leg. And it's a wide ball. Good ball right into the block hole of the batsman. Not being it. It's just a great part about Ankita's bowling is everything is into the channel where batsmen don't have any room. They have to make the room by themselves to put the ball away. That goes ahead and makes it very much difficult to play her balls. Again, another great delivery. That is sensible bowling. But again, to keep that into the mind, that blue team, this is a good start for them. Very important to not get wickets while also going ahead and scoring runs in run a ball. That is very important for them to do. Aishika has already played 10 balls, scoring 8 runs. And places a lofted drive, great elevation over all the 30-yard fielders. The ball is moving, but it feels like it went ahead and got held a little bit into the ground. And that's easy too by the batsmen. And with that, the 4th over comes to an end, and it's 13 for 1 for the blue team. Sanjana is continuing and actually coming for her straighter trot 3rd over. Again, amazing bowling by Sanjana. Have bowled so far 2.1 overs and only gave out 1 run. This is something to be studied for. And whenever you're going to look at in part of the game, and if Team Red wins, this spell is something to be talked. It's going to be talked about for at least next 1 or 2 days. And looks like the red team is going to make it to the final, which is the final is tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Don't forget to tune in to USA Cricket to watch the final. But it looks like this is a kind of a spell you're gonna go ahead and talk about it, and you're gonna remember it for the final when you play in that game tomorrow. Another good ball by Sanjana. Another wicket. This one does look plumb though. A fuller length delivery. The batsman actually shuffled down a little bit, and it looks like it's right dead in front of the middle stump. And the umpire didn't take any time to go ahead and raise his finger. That goes ahead and tells you he had no question about it being a wicket. And with that, the second wicket comes in. And as I was saying, with all these dot balls Sanjana is bowling, it creates up the amount of pressure. And just look at the replay, and you can take a look at it. And it hit into that back leg, it looks like. Or, yes, it hit into that back leg, and there was no chance. It was completely dead in front of the stumps. And that's why the umpire did not have any question about raising his finger. And with that, Sanjana gets her first wicket of the game. Looks like Team Blue is holding down Mahek for down to the order. And right now, Ritu is in this crease as the new batsman. Another beautiful ball. It's just not understanding the line and length and when to go ahead and come under the ball. It's just playing too far away from the ball is going ahead and costing blue team not to connect the balls. And I'm pretty sure as the blue team has already got to the finals, their main intention and purpose of this game is to go ahead and get every single batsman to test out some balls. That's why they're going ahead and sending out some of the lower order batsmen up to go ahead and see how they would bat if the innings ever collapses during the final game. Good batting. Gets right under the ball and plays it directly to the short extra cover. But again, come back into the point of Sanjana's dot balls. You know, there's so many dot balls. She went ahead and bowled 16 balls right now. So far went ahead and conceded only 3 runs. That goes ahead and tells you over 13, 12 dot balls she already bowled. So that is the pressure. And if you look at it, the required run rate is over 6 runs. That is the start red team wanted in this game. That wickets are going to slow down the run rate for them. Great bowling by Sanjana. Another time in the block hole. It's just no opportunities are getting given to the batsmen to score any runs. Sanjana has been having a fantastic tournament. Even against the green team, she went ahead and took 2 wickets for 4 overs for 27 runs. And this is the commentator's curse. When I was praising her too much, she goes ahead and bowls a white ball down to the leg. Sanjana was wicketless in the last game. Was played against the green team. But still, it was an easy win for the red team by 7 wickets. Good ball. It's a full toss, but still no room given. And also with her own bowling, great fielding by Sanjana to go ahead and block off a single. And with that, the 5th over comes to an end, sorry. And the blue team is 14 for 2. And Sanjana went ahead and bowled 3 overs. Finally, some mind-pleasing wind blowing into the Grand Prairie Stadium after it's been so hot of a day. Still hot, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit of wind always does help out everybody, the spectators we have over here. And obviously, as a commentator, as I'm over here too, it is helping me out. And then here comes the last over of the power play, and there is an appeal. But from my angle, it looks like it's very much down to the leg. But it's a new bowler comes into the strike. It's Tara is bowling right now, her first over. Again, this is the last over of the power play, and you can go ahead and take a look at that beautiful tree, and you can go ahead and take a look at it. There is actually haven't been any wind or breeze at all in the stadium. Again, takes the inside edge. This is a very good start. And if you go ahead and take a look at it, and there is not a whole lot of wind and the breeze, which could go ahead and cause a lot of in-swing or outswing for the ball to do a lot of more movement. In this kind of conditions, it is very important to just bowl in the right line and channels, because you're not going ahead and getting a whole lot of help out of the condition, right? And then whenever there's not a whole lot of help, it is very important that line and length don't go ahead and get missed by the bowler. And that is what has been done fantastically by the red team, which has caused up an issue of the required run rate climbing for the blue team. Great delivery, but this time there is no protection. The extra short cover is actually outside of the circle that goes ahead and causes a single. But so at this point, red teams, still the goal would be to go ahead and get wickets. And whenever she goes ahead and whenever they can go ahead and get wickets, as many wickets are going to fall down, which is already collapsed, 2 wickets, as slower the run rate will get. If you look at it, 5 over 4 balls, 15 runs, that is not ideal start by any way for the blue team. And I'm pretty sure they would like to go ahead and get some runs scored more on the scorecard. Again, a full length delivery placed directly to the cover fielder. Tara is coming to go ahead and bowl her last over of her first over and the last over of the power play. Oh, and with her last bowl, she goes ahead and gets the wicket of Ritu. She was struggling for a while, and this time, full on, lost her whole body shape and also the body balance. And she went ahead and tried to play an extra cover drive on a straight ball by making her a room when she could have played a ball for straight, as she has been striving for a while to go ahead and rotate strike to get out of the strike. And this time she went ahead and went for a rash shot, and the rash shot went ahead and costed a wicket for Tara to go ahead and get her first wicket. And she bowled an amazing over with that. Her first over comes to an end, and she conceded only 1 run for 1 wicket. And also, the 6th over comes to an end of the blue team, and they're 15 for 3. There's a bowler change. Sharanya goes ahead and comes to bowl her first over. First ball was a dot delivery. And down to the leg for a wide ball. Critical to go ahead and have a left arm medium pace bowler. That's because whenever they're bowling to the right hand batsmen, they can go ahead and bring the ball in, and that can always get a batsman into trouble. Because whenever you're handling into any left-handed bowlers or any left-arm pace bowlers, coming back into that point after this ball, and this is a wide ball, and looks like she's going ahead and struggling with her landing. But coming back to the point of having a left-arm pace bowler is, as a right-handed batsman, whenever there may be some late movement, that can always go ahead and cause you, if you're playing a straight drive, the ball can go ahead and get between the gap of the bat and pad, and that can always go ahead and hit into the stump, or there's always a chance of LBW. A good length, and it's a good delivery, but fortunately for the batsman, the ball goes ahead and falls into a no man's land. There was actually two fielders who were going ahead and going towards it, but they go ahead and it falls into them out of nowhere. But after two wide deliveries, that's a great comeback by Sharanya. And a stop in the run-up. As I was saying, she's been going ahead and facing a little bit of issues in the run-up and landing. That could be the cause of her two wide deliveries. Another wide ball. Bowler is getting some advice from the captain. This is very good to see in this level of cricket. With some of the extras getting bowled, it's just still how much of a team combination is there, and then how much the captain is going ahead and backing up the bowler. That is very critical. There you go. That's the ball. That's her ball. That's her line and length. And there's actually a big appeal. The captain thinks that there was a huge nick by the batsman, and they're pleading to the umpire. They're pleading to it. They are very fielding team looks like they're very sure about this being a wicket, but umpire is unmoved, and with that, batsman survives this appeal. From my view, I could not go ahead and see any edge, or there was no sound, and the umpire also goes ahead and I guess agrees with me, and then there is no, and it was not a wicket. Another flighted ball, and batsmen are coming back for the second run. Was a juicy full to, oh, there was actually a chance of a run out. The non-striker batsman was running very lazy and was not dragging her bat. And if the ball would have got to the bowler a little bit sooner, and if she could have went ahead and took off the bail off a little bit early, the batsman could have been in a huge trouble. Kiara is the new batsman. Again, gets another juicy full toss. If she goes ahead and can just nudges the ball to the fine leg, deep fine leg, that could have went ahead and got her a single. Instead of that, she wanted to go ahead and slog it into the ground and hit it to the deep mid wicket, but there was a short deep mid wicket, and that goes ahead and results into a no run. And with that, the 7th over comes to an end, and blue team is 21 for 3, and required run rate is 6.46, and the equation is they need 85 runs in 78 balls. Sharanya is continuing and keep bowling into that block hole length, which does not go ahead and give any opportunities for the batsman to go ahead and free up their arm. That is a very incredible thing to see in this format, in this level of cricket, for Sharanya to go ahead and keep bowling into that block hole length, and she's been very consistent to it, and batsman has been inside of their shell for a while. Okay, and another Yorker tried, and it goes ahead and gets passed by the feet and goes ahead and costs us a single. Actually, not a single, a wide ball, and actually goes ahead and costs us an extra run. It's been a very slow start for the blue team. Aishika is the opening batsman who's still into the crease, and there's a chance of a run out. And if the ball was hit directly to the stump, batsman would have been back to the pavilion looking at the replay in slow motion. Let's take a look at it. It was a juicy full toss ball, and the fielder, if you're looking at it slow-mo, no, the batsman was not even into the frame. Had no chance. Very risky run taken, but whenever you play a lot of dot balls, that can go ahead and cost you going for some rush singles because you have not scored a run in a while. But again, now slowly and gradually, blue team is, it looks like the batsman is getting out of their shell and getting a couple of runs, and last 2 balls they got 2 runs, and that is very important thing to do. Good length delivery, right down to the body, and there was no other option except nudging it and just going ahead and placing it to the fielders. But coming into the point of, again, the dot balls. Dot balls are the issues. If you could just go ahead and cut down on the dot balls and get some runs, this is because extras are coming. So if you just go ahead and score 4 runs out of your bat, that goes ahead and gives you 6 runs, which is your required run rate is showing. And that is what is important thing to do. And again, this is the inside edge. It is that consistent line and length, which is what is not going ahead and giving the chance to go ahead and score any runs to the batsmen. Last ball of the over of Tara is coming in right now. Another, she is, so some of the full length delivery, she's trying the Yorker length. She's trying to keep everything in the black hole. Those are causing some full toss balls, some juicy full toss balls, but batsmen have not been able to capitalize on it so far. But yeah, these 1 or 2 loose balls, they need to go ahead and capitalize on it because this is important and huge because they are playing a lot of dot balls. and the required run rate is on 6.75, so it's climbing almost up to 7. And with that, the blue team
Are you experiencing a
is
complex
25 for
immigration
3 after
problem?
8 overs.
Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? So Many ID Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. So Many ID Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Somiredi Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us now for professional advice with complete confidence. Somiredi Law Group, for all your legal needs at one place. Email info@somiredilaw.com or visit somiredilaw.com.
9th over is starting right now. And a little bit of an unorthodox action from Akshara, who is the new bowler, bowling to Aishika. This her bowling action kind of goes ahead and reminds me of one of this Pakistan bowler called Sohail Tanvir. With the landing, and goes ahead and plays the lofted shot. It was actually a chance of the fielder, but could not judge the flight of the ball. And if she could have judged the flight of the ball in the extra cover, there could have been a very much of an opportunity to go ahead and catch the ball. Akshara, again, that is some very cunning and smart bowling. And again, I'm pretty sure it is very critical for the batsman because how different her action is from all the regulation bowlers. Oh, another good ball. And what is very important is like how her body falls completely, like the momentum is fully just put on into that one leg, and then just how she goes ahead and generates pace from there. It's not one of those regular bowling actions. So this is something very infuriating to watch, and you love to see it at this age level cricket. Kiara is facing her fair share of trouble to go ahead and face Akshara. Oh, and this time it misses everybody. Misses Stumps, the batsman, the keeper, and goes down for the 4-run. So all these dot balls, Akshara bowled, goes into the vein because that just goes ahead and evens out the run of this over to how many balls she bowled. That was actually... it was an outside edge. If you look at it from the replay, I thought it did not go ahead and touch any part of the bat, and the keeper just missed it. So the judge, to go ahead and be fair to the keeper, there was a big edge from the bat. And there is a chance of a catch, but goes ahead and falls short of the fielder. Akshara, another good ball. There's a chance of a run out if it's a hit. Oh, if it was a direct hit, could have got the umpire interested and also the fielding team.
Are you
That would have
experiencing
went
a
ahead
complex
and
immigration problem? Feel like your immigration is going nowhere? Somiredi Law Group simplifies it for you. Stuck in an injury or a car accident? You need help in holding the parties accountable to pay the maximum compensation. Somiredi Law Group can help you get the justice you deserve. If your business needs help on contracts, mergers, and acquisitions, safeguard your intellectual property and get expert legal help for complex cases. Somira Law Group has the best knowledge to solve your problem. Our dedicated and skilled attorneys are experienced in several areas that can be put to work beginning today. So call us.
Down to the leg, and it's a wide ball. Looks like it is obviously way more important for the red team this game than the blue team, and I'm pretty sure red team is going for the win, while the blue team is going ahead and is in the favor of giving some other batsmen and some bowlers a chance. Whenever you go ahead and bowl 11 bowlers during your bowling time, that will go ahead and tell you that you are taking some chances. You're trying to see how the bowlers will. That's a big shot. That is a big shot played into that long on region. But the ball did not go ahead and carry, and also did not go ahead and trickle down to the boundary line. And that goes ahead and the batsman goes for 2 runs. Aishika is starting to take some chances now as she went ahead and spent up a lot of time into the crease. And another ball down to the leg, and that's another wide ball. Tara. This acceleration is being in need for the blue team from Aishika. But Aishika had to go and spend some time into the crease. Oh, there's a chance of a catch! And what a valiant effort by the fielder. Incredible dive. That would have been one picturesque catch. A catch to be remembered for a while if this catch was taken. Looking at the replay, outswing ball down to that wide line and length. Fielder was placed at the right spot. She went ahead and dove for it. And it would have been a one-handed blinder. It would have been a stunner of a catch if it was taken, or if it would have been pulled off. Another wide ball by Tara. This has been an expensive over. This is her 3rd over. But we love to watch that replay one more time to go ahead and look at that fielder's effort. What a great effort put in to go ahead and take that try to take that catch. Tara needs to go ahead and cut down on the extras on this over. It's already been 3 wides. The free runs goes ahead and comes down into the game and becomes that issue. And that's another good length delivery. And batsman completely was beaten to the swing and also the flight of the ball. Great ball by Tara. That's a good ball. See, if she can just go ahead and stay consistent and cut down on the extras, that goes ahead and helps her to go ahead and be very economical, because without the extras, she only conceded 3 runs. But whenever you're going to give the free runs to the batsmen, then they don't need to go for any rush shots because they know that the runs are automatically coming. Another good ball. It was actually between the 2 gap of the fielders. Oh! And Tara goes ahead and deceives the batsman. The batsman was in two minds to either go ahead and come straight or play into her leg side. Just look at this replay, and there was no foot movement. There was no intention of actually getting behind that ball. And that's what went ahead and causes her to be bowled. And it looks like Aishika was the batsman who just went ahead and got out and got bowled. It also sometimes could happen from exhaustion because it's such a hot day. And a lot of the times it's really difficult to bat in this kind of a condition. And that went ahead and costed that wicket. And with 10 over, this is going to be a drinks break. And it's 39-4 for the blue team. We'll be back after the break. There's a change of bowling, and finally the spinners are starting to come in for the red team. Disha goes ahead and comes in to bowl a leg spinner. And a great ball, great flighted deliveries right now as finally the winds are starting to blow. It is going to be more and more difficult to play the spinners because sometimes the ball can even go ahead and get stuck into the air. And as she's going ahead and bowling against the wind, again, the batsman, what the bounce she was expecting, that's not the bounce she went ahead and got. And wasn't able to go ahead and play that cut shot due to that reason. Oh, another time, but this time it went ahead and beat the bat of the batsman and also the keeper's hand. Great delivery. That's the speed mix-up the spinners needs to do, and Disha is doing that brilliantly right now. Remember to the fact that she also played a brilliant innings into the batting time of scoring 34 runs out of 39 deliveries. Really anchored up that innings. Another flighted ball. This time there's an opportunity for the fielder, but it goes ahead and falls into the no man land of that inside of the circle fielder and also the outside of the circle. But the fielder goes ahead and does brilliant work by going ahead and moving down into her right side and going ahead and cutting the 2 to only 1 runs. That is very important, very proactive fielding. And with that, the over comes to an end. And it's 11 overs done, 42 for 4 for the blue team. Spinners are going ahead and being introduced from both of the sides. Ninashia, the opening batsman of the red team, is actually bowling right now off spin. Great start. Bowls into the good length delivery, into that full length actually for the spinners. That full length is that important length. And she's giving some flight to go ahead and purchase some spin out of the wicket. And in this Grand Prix wicket, you will always go ahead and it's a very sporty pitch, so you will get some turn out of this pitch, and goes ahead and bowls another wider off stump length. And Aishika is still into the crease but could not go ahead and make that connection to the ball. The bounce is a little uneven for Aishika. The right plays over the bowler's head. Looked like an opportunity, but it went ahead and fell into no man's land. Ninashia with some good three good deliveries. Most important thing is she's bowling into the middle and good length. Actually, that full and good length channel in that middle length where it's that unplayable length usually for the batsman. But this time goes ahead and bowls a wide ball. Again, the important thing is to cut down on the extras. That goes ahead and turns the game. Again, goes ahead and plays a lofted shot. But these are all risk-free shots because the fielders are almost to the boundary line. And she's going ahead and putting the ball right in the middle of that 30-yard to that boundary line circle. Again, another good shot. This has been a great over for the blue team because out of the 5 bowls, they have got 4 runs out of it. But again, the required run rate is 7.35. and they still need 60 runs out of 8 overs. But I think the main point is, again, goes ahead and gives a juicy full toss, and then goes ahead and the ball hits directly to the knee of the fielder. Hopefully she's okay. And it looks like she's not moving gingerly, so it looks like she's okay. And with that, the blue team is 46 for 4 after 12 overs. The game is gonna move pretty much quicker, thicker, and faster now, due to both of the sides. Captain is running spin bowling. I'm extremely sorry for saying Ninashia is bowling leg spin. She's actually bowling off spin and giving some good flight to it, where the batsman is not being able to go ahead and put the balls into the gap. Another flighted ball, and this time, oh, it took an edge, and this is the prize wicket. This is that huge wicket of Aishika, who went ahead and been into the crease for a while. And this time she went ahead and could not understand the spin of the ball, and it looked like it was the leg spinner. It is the leg spin ball. And went ahead and took a thick edge. That's why umpire had no doubt in his mind to go ahead and raise the finger. And with that, Aishika's long innings goes ahead and comes to an end, and she gets out for 23 runs. New batsman comes into the crease, Ananhita. Disha went ahead. Actually, yes, she is bowling leg spin, and another great delivery. It was a shot. It was a shot of a very tired batsman by Aishika. Another very much of a wider off stump, good length ball. Batsman goes ahead and takes a nudge to it, but goes directly to the fielder with two new batsmen into the crease. Right now, the idea is to go ahead and bring up the fielders to go ahead and... Ooh, there was another edge, and the ball almost floated into the air for a second. Almost had that short extra cover fielder interested into that catch. Another leg spin. This time the balls are skidding down from the pitch. What a great over by Disha. And it looks like it is a maiden wicket over. What an amazing over from Disha. And this was her second over. And with that, 13 over comes to an end. It's 46 for 5 for the blue team. Consistent fall of wickets is the reasoning behind of slowing down of the run rate of the blue team. Goes ahead and nudges, as there was a juicy full toss onto the leg, and nudges it very comfortably. Shraddha, and goes ahead and gets a single. But coming back to the point of just a consistent fall of wickets are the biggest reason behind of putting the blue team into in this difficult situation in this run chase. And right now they need 59 runs out of 66.5 overs, which is 41 balls. And they only have 5 wickets remaining, and the required run rate is over 8. This is a great shot. This may run into the boundary. No, it doesn't. Fielder goes ahead and makes up the ground and throws the ball back to the keeper. And this is a poor delivery because you're bowling a full toss ball right onto the leg. You're going ahead and asking for the batsman to go ahead and hit you out of the park. There was a change. The fielders were still getting change. Fielders were still getting change when the bowler went to bowl. And this is a big shot. There's a chance, but ball goes ahead and falls into the no man's land. Equations are getting tougher, and it is very important to go ahead and find some boundaries in this situation of the game. Great shot. Ball came right from the middle part of the bat. And Shraddha goes ahead and goes for a single. It's been a very professional performance from the Team Red in this game. They have had some swagger to it, played some aggressive cricket. Again, a full-length ball, no chance of going ahead and freeing up the arms. And the ball goes directly to the fielder for no run. The pressure is mounting, and the required run rate is over 8 runs. Oh, goes ahead and takes the outside edge. And with that, the 14th over comes to an end, and it's 52 for 5 for the blue team. There are some changes in the field. 3 fielders are outside of the circle. They have a long on, a deep mid wicket, and also a deep extra cover. Oh, there's a chance of a stumping, and it felt like the batsman went ahead and fully missed out on the flight, and her momentum went ahead and brought her outside of the line. But the keeper probably thought the feet was in. That's why I did not go and take off the bell. Again, a good shot. Played directly to the short mid wicket. Great bowling by Disha. 2.3 overs and only 3 runs conceding for 1 wicket is one of the most incredible stat you will go ahead and see, and I'm pretty sure she will be very proud of it, but she just needs to finish it strong. And again, goes ahead and chance getting created. Oh, there was a very close chance of going ahead and the fielders being able to go ahead and get under that ball to get that catch. But Disha is bowling amazingly and varying up her pace, and that is going ahead and causing a lot of outside edge of the batsman. Another chance getting created. Is this gonna fall in no man's land too? And it does. This should be This should be very disheartening for Disha because this is the third or the fourth time the ball was in the air. It just did not fall directly to the fielder. But I'm pretty sure this will keep encouraging her to give more and more flights to the ball, so the batsmen keep going for these shots and puts the ball into the air and gets the fielders into business. Again, plays the ball. There is a little bit of a mix-up. The fielder do not go in and throw it. And with that, Disher's over comes to an end. And it's 15 over done, 55 for 5. And blue team needs 51 runs out of 5 overs with the required run rate of 10.06. Continuation of spinning is going on. And there's a chance of a catch, and it is a catch. A very lofted dolly catch was given to the fielder. And I'm pretty sure there is no way the fielder would ever go ahead and miss out on that opportunity. And Shraddha goes ahead and gives away her wicket. Again, a lot of dot balls were happening, and it was imminent that batsmen will go for some shots to go ahead and release out some pressures. But Shraddha couldn't go ahead and find the gap, or also could not go and get the elevation to put the ball over the fielder's head. And in cause of trying to get some runs, she went ahead and lost the wicket. And with that, it was the 6th wicket down of the blue team. Ninashia goes ahead and gets her first wicket. Looking at the replay, it was the batsman went ahead and put the ball into the air, and there was no power to it, so it just falls directly under the fielder's hand. There's some good flight given by Ninashia to purchase some spin. That is actually going ahead and making it a little bit tougher for the batsmen to play these balls, because they're having to bite down on their lips for the ball to even get to them. You know, the ball has been going ahead and getting stuck into the wind or the air, and with that much of flight, they're trying to go ahead and go for the second, but no, coming into that point, Ninashia's giving that flight, just making it a real tougher. This because at this age level of cricket, the players have not grew their muscles yet, so they can go ahead and put the full Monty to it. They don't have that full power to it. Oh, there's another chance of a catch. So that goes ahead and causes sometimes for the balls to just fly down directly to the fielders. But again, Ninashia praising her, but went ahead and bowled a bad ball. But can't say it's a bad ball because how she has her field set up. She has a deep fine leg, so even she goes ahead and gives a juicy full to somebody goes for the swip, they can go ahead and get caught out into that deep fine leg. Another chance. Everything is going ahead and getting played into the air now. Nothing is going ahead getting played into the ground, because obviously how much runs they need and how much this required run rate is hanging over their head. That's why chasing is so difficult, even in international cricket, in any level of cricket. And again, good connection. And a great job by the fielder to go ahead and cut out the boundary, and also a great throw. Great fielding. And with that, the over comes to an end. Ninashia finished off for 3 overs and costed 15 runs in her 3 overs. And blue team goes ahead and scored 60 for 6 in 16. Disha comes back into the attack. Actually, not comes back. She's actually continuing to the attack, and it's been bowling phenomenally. And captain did not want to take any chances and wants to go ahead and finish her off, as the batsmen are not being able to go ahead and play her at all. She's been very tricky with, oh, there's another chance of a catch, but the ball goes ahead and sails over her head. But she's been very tricky with her mix-up of pace. She's been almost unplayable. Disha goes ahead and bowls. There's another chance of there was a chance of a catch in. Yeah, there was a chance of a cotton bowl, but the ball fell a little short of Disha, and could have been a great cotton bowl chance. But nevertheless, it's a dot bowl, and any dot bowl is like golden at this part of the game. Another chance taken by the batsman. This is gonna be a 2-run for sure. And yes, they go back for the second and makes it easily. This time made a good connection. Anahita. And since she went ahead and came into the crease, she's actually been going ahead and middling the ball pretty well. Another good shot, but this is a bad. Oh, that was 100% run out opportunity, but just would not know why she did not go ahead. The fielder did not go ahead and throw the ball to the keeper, but that was 100% opportunity to go ahead and get the batsman out. And another run out chance, but that goes ahead and causes an extra end. While doing that, while diving to go ahead and get that ball, Disha may have got herself hurt. Gets up gingerly. Hopefully she did not go ahead and get hurt on her bowling shoulder or bowling arm. Remaining to see, she only, and it is the over, and she can go ahead and get out, but really hope so that she did not go ahead and get herself hurt in her bowling arm, because the most awaited final is tomorrow, and would love to see her play because of how well she performed today. Ninashia is continuing from the dugout end, the pavilion end. Another chance of a run out. But I don't believe the red team is wanting to take any chance right now to go ahead and run out the batsmen. a huge flight given by Ninashia, but that's what is going ahead and making it more and more difficult for the batsmen to go ahead and score runs. Some good mix-up of speed and the flight has got Ninashia very much successful into her spell, and there's another chance of a catch. But how shocking is it that it fell into the no man's land for one more time? But what is the most important thing is red team is blocking off all the boundaries, and right now it almost feels like pretty much out of the reach for the blue team to win this game, because in 2.2 overs they need 38 runs, and they actually go for the single, and the keeper did not go to the ball, and that went ahead and costed out a single. But again, I don't think Team Red would mind any of the singles or the twos right now, because they just need to go ahead and cut down on the boundaries, and they're doing that emphatically right now. Oh, there's another chance of a catch. But all the fielders are back into the boundary line, so they had no chance. And with that, the 18th over comes to an end. It's 69 for 6 for the blue team. And the drinks goes ahead and comes in for the batsmen. And we only have 2 overs left to go. And one of the batsmen may actually is retire hurting herself. Yes, it is. She is going ahead and hurting herself and giving an opportunity to another batsman. And we will be back for the last 2 overs. And for the blue team, it's 74-6 after 18th over. We're back for the last 2 overs. Sharanya is back for her second over. Only bowled 1. Went ahead and... Oh, there was another chance of a run out. If it was a direct hit, batsman would have been 100% gone. Looking at the replay right now and getting the chance to take a look at it in slow motion. Is the batsman anywhere close? Nowhere close. Yeah, if it was a direct hit, or even if the bowler could have caught that ball and just go ahead and took the bail off with the ball, that would have been a wicket. And there's a chance of a catch, and a great catch taken in the extra cover. There was just a leading edge. Was trying to go ahead and slot the ball into that deep mid wicket, but went ahead and took the edge and popped up. And with that, I think it's Anahita who went ahead and got out. Looking at the replay, went ahead and the ball got there way late. It was a much more of a cutter or a slower ball, and then the batsman went ahead and went for it way earlier than the ball arrived to the bat. And also, due to that reason, her body was falling, and also went ahead and took the edge of the bat and went ahead and popped up, spooned up into the air, and fell right into the fielder's hand. It was a great catch. 71 for 8 for the blue team right now. Naisha is the new batsman. Goes ahead and plays a great shot over the batsman's head into the long on region for 4 run. Great connection of the bat. Came right from the midi part of the bat. Bowled into the full, right into the zone of the batsman. Went ahead and put the full power behind it and takes it to the boundary line. And brings a change to the field. Extra cover is coming up. And long off goes back, long on goes back, dip mid wicket goes back. Another good shot. It's into the gap between the mid wicket and also the long on. Goes ahead and encourages the batsman to go for 2 runs. Some encouraging batting at the end part of the innings by the blue team, by Naisha right now. 2 balls, 6 runs. It will still keep the game into the range of for them to go ahead and compete, but I think it's going to be too difficult of a run chase to do in that last over if they have to score somewhere over 20 runs. Great shot, but it's most likely not going to be anything more than 1. They're only going to go ahead and, yeah, they only win for 1. Last ball of Sharanya's over is about to come up. Blue team needs 28 runs in 7 balls. Feels like a rock mountain climb task to do. Another juicy full toss, goes ahead and plays it to the deep mid wicket region. And with that, the 19th over comes to an end of the blue team. It's 78 for 8. Actually 79 for 8. And it's Mahek Desai is gonna be in strike in that last over of the first ball. And we are back into the action for the last over of the innings. What a great shot into that black hole region. Full length ball, goes ahead and plays extra cover. They try to go for the second. There was a chance of a run out, but the bowler spilled it. Could not catch that ball. It was a great throw right on top of the stumps and had a great opportunity to go ahead and get the non-striker batsman run down. Oh, she went ahead. The ball went ahead and hit the tip of her finger and then actually hit the chest of her, and then it came down. And while during all those happening, batsman went ahead and made it back to the crease. It's 5 ball, 25 runs needed. There's a change in the field. Deep mid wicket comes up. Long on, long off. and extra cover. Oh, and Desai goes ahead and goes for a slugger and hits a 4. That is a beautiful shot by Mahek Desai to go ahead and get herself a victory and keep the game interesting, because the game is still in the range, and Mahek Desai is the highest scorer of this tournament and actually scored 72 runs the last time they went ahead and played against the red team, but came down to the order today and probably came too late, but again hits another 4. Keeps the game into the range for the blue team. Would they go ahead and pull off a miracle out of here? It's 3 balls and 17 runs. Anything is possible when Mahek Desai is in the crease. It is a little bit of a poor delivery by Ria. Right down into the feet, a full toss ball. And Mahek Desai puts it right into the gap. Mahek Desai also scored 35 in last game too, but went ahead and retired herself out to give other people a chance. Let's see what she does in this ball. Would that be another boundary? Because it needs to be a boundary to keep the game in range. They go for the second, and with that, the hopes and the glimpse of the blue team to win this game evades, because now it's 15 runs needed in 2 balls. Unless red team bowls any illegal or any extras, blue team has no chance of winning this game anymore. But again, you need to go ahead and tip off your hat to Mahek Desai. What an unbelievable talent she is. Another great shot. Could this be another boundary? They're going for the second. Would they make it? And they, oh, actually it is a direct hit. And I think it's gone. And the 9th wicket falls down. What a great throw by the fielder from all the way from the long on. She goes ahead and throws, she goes ahead and makes a direct hit. What a beautiful fielding. Just take a look at it. The bowler was right there, was trying to catch it, but she was like, there's no reason for me to do it if the ball is going to come directly to the stumps, and hit directly to the stumps. And with that, the 9th wicket falls. And then, but it's still, the great part is Mahek Desai is still into the crease, and she's on strike. Could this be another boundary? No. And there's another chance of a run out, and it is a run out. And with that, the red team wins out the match. And they win it by 13 runs. And blue team actually does get all out in that last ball of the over. And it's 92 runs they scored. And all the dot balls in the middle of the innings and the poor start and consecutive wicket falls went ahead and cost it out, them losing this game. But these two teams will be back tomorrow morning again into the action for that most awaited final game and that prize final game. And let's go ahead and let's look at the batting card real quick of the blue team. Bulk of the run came from Aishika, and then except that, everybody else was into that single digit except Mahek Desai, who goes ahead and comes into the lower order and scores 15 runs out of 7 balls. And also there was some good contribution from Anahita also in the middle part of the batting, but it was not good enough at the end. Looking at the bowling card right now for the red team, 2 wicket was taken by Sanjana, and then 2 each was taken also by Tara, and then 1 piece was taken by Sharanya and also Ninashia. Great bowling by Sanjana with the economy rate of 0.67. And here is the standing card, and you can go ahead and take a look at it. Blue team goes ahead and tops it to the table with 4 matches, 3 wins, and red team goes ahead and wins 2 out of the 4 and loses 2, but they both go ahead and qualify for the finals, and we will go ahead and see you guys in the final match tomorrow, early shiny morning. Till then, goodbye and see you guys tomorrow.